I want to write a poem for the women on Long Island who smoke cigarettes in their SUVs with the windows rolled up before walking into work. And curse in Downward Dog, and Deborah from the next block over who has strong opinions about Christmas lights after New Year's, says that her body isn't what it used to be, but neither is the economy or the bagels at Rickman's Deli, so who really cares? And during Shavasana, she brings up the rabbi's daughter who got an abortion last spring, and Candy in the corner calls Deborah hateful, and the class takes a sharp inhale through the nose, then out through the mouth, and after class, after Candy rushes home to check the lasagna, Deborah lights up a smoke and calls her friend Tammy. So then the girl calls me hateful. Hateful, can you believe it? What a word. Some kind of dictionary bitch over here. So you know what I says? I says, you don't know the first thing about hateful. Want to know what's hateful? Menopause. And it doesn't really matter if Deborah actually said that to Candy, which she didn't, because Tammy is so caught up that Candy called Deborah hateful, which she did, that next week, when Tammy runs into Candy while shopping in Rockville Center, and Candy asks Tammy how she's doing, Tammy will adjust the purse strap on her shoulder and say, we all have a little coal in our stocking, Candy. And Candy will shuffle away, certain that Tammy knows something about her marriage that she shouldn't, and she doesn't. She just loves Deborah, who has a lot of opinions. And had Candy given her the chance to finish her sentence, Deborah would have talked about the reproductive rights march she went to in the 60s and the counterproductive sex-shaming methods of organized religion. I want to write a poem for the women on Long Island whose words stretch and curl like bubblegum around the forefinger, who ask if I have a boyfriend, and before I answer, say, don't do it. Don't ever do it. You know my friend Linda, she's a lesbian, like a real lesbian. And whenever I go over there, she lives on Corona over by Merrick, by the laundromat, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever I go over there and see her and her wife, what's her name? I can never remember the girl's name. Anyway, whenever I go over there, I says, you know what I need? I says, a girlfriend, that's what I need. The women on Long Island let their teenage daughters throw parties in the basement while they watch the home network upstairs and keep a bat by the couch in case anyone gets roofied, even if it's their own son who did the drugging. The women on Long Island won't put it past any man to be guilty, even their kin, who after all have their husband's hands and blood. And last week, when a girl was murdered while jogging in Queens, the women on Long Island were unstartled and furious. They did not call to warn their daughters. They called their sons, sat them at the kitchen table and said, if you ever, and I mean ever so much as make a woman feel uncomfortable, I will take you to the deli and put your hand in the meat slicer. You think I will? You hear me? I will make a hero out of you, with mayonnaise and tomatoes and dill and onions. I want to write a poem for the women on Long Island who, when I show them the knife I carry in my purse, tell me it's not big enough, who are waitresses and realtors and massage therapists and social workers and housewives, and tell me they wish they would have been artists, but life comes fast, you know? One minute you're taking typing classes for your new secretary job in the World Trade Center, and the next it's almost over. Life, I mean. But I kicked and screamed my way through it, and so will you. I can tell by the way you walk. One more thing, when they call you a bitch, say thank you. Thank you very much.